Time for the only radio show of its kind. Auctioneers of antiques, collectors of cool, veterans of vintage. It's the Donley Auctions Hour on AM 560, The Answer. For the next hour, enjoy great information about buying and selling antiques and collectibles, and some interesting stories. Now, the Donley Auctions Hour.
Welcome to the Donley Auctions Hour. Thank you for joining us. We're here every Saturday at 1 o'clock. Hi, I'm Susan. I'm here with Randy Donley. We are the owners of Donley Auctions in Union, Illinois. We're just 60 miles west of Chicago, folks. And we're here today to help you determine if you have any valuable items at home that you might want to sell at auction. So we're really going to talk about some things that we have coming up in auction that are valuable that you might have at home. Good morning, Randy.
Hey, Susan. I always love it when you're here at the show with us. Yes.
It's good to be back. I'll be back every now and then.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for somebody to miss me. I don't know.
I always miss you. Come on.
We'll see about that.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of exciting things happen at Donley Auctions this week. First of all, I just want to say the weather's been fantastic. So for some reason, everybody's in just great moods. Everything's going well at work. And
it
I know
really
you guys have been very busy on pickups and things coming in the door.
We've been busy with everything, be it pickups and auctions. I mean, look at that coin auction we just did. Wow.
We did a coin auction on Thursday, about 900 lots of coins and currency. So we wanted to talk a little bit about collecting coins and currency. Should people be calling us about that?
Well, absolutely. There's so many different options and ways that you can sell your coins and your coin collections and everything. You know, there's all kinds of shops and stores out there that are always looking for gold and silver. Mm-hmm. You see the ads all the time, paying top price for gold and silver and everything. And I'm sure there are. And I'm sure there's many, many, many honest coin dealers out there. So please, don't think that I'm ever knocking coin shops and coin dealers by any means. I, on the other hand, I'm just in a different business. I'm in the auction business, and I still believe in the auction process for getting top dollar because you're not taking one person's opinion as to what your items are worth. You're putting it out there nationally, worldwide, actually.
Worldwide, yeah, that's right. We have thousands of bidders, and I would say probably at least 50% are out of the country. That's
right, yeah. We did sell a lot this Thursday to out-of-country bidders. But, so yes, you pay us a percentage to sell it, and but I still believe that, in my opinion, it's still the best way to sell coins and, get the top dollar.
That's right. So give us a call at 815-923-7000. Do you have any coins or currency you'd like to sell through us? We'll talk about it. We'll give you an honest evaluation, and then you can decide what you want to do next. But if you want to see the prices of the auction we held on Thursday, go to our website at donleyauctions.com. Click on the link from the coin auction. It'll give you the prices, at least give you an idea of what they're going for today.
Absolutely. So what else is cooking?
The stuff that comes in the door every day, I'm just shocked. I'm like, where did that come from? What are we going to do with that? What's happening with that?
Neil Leaders walked in just yesterday and said the very same thing. He said, Randy, he said, I actually have fun coming to work. He says, as I'm driving to work, I'm thinking, I wonder what I'm going to see when I walk in the door today. He said, because every single day, the whole room changes. He said, the stuff that comes in this place is just crazy.
Well, and customers that come in and clients and our consignors, they come in the room is completely different than it was the week before they were there.
Yeah.
And today or yesterday, I saw someone rolling in a big high wheel bicycle.
Wasn't that something?
And everybody wants to try to ride it.
Yeah, well.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
No, I don't think so.
But that'll be coming up in our August Summer Classic, which we're going to touch base a lot on in this segment of the show this week. Because there's so many great items in this auction we want to talk about. And the high wheel bicycle was one of them. What year is that, would you say? 1800s?
It's definitely in the 1880s or 90s, yeah.
Okay. Have you ever ridden one?
I actually did. I rode we used to, at the Wild West town, we used to have a collection of antique bicycles. And one of the items we did have was a replica so that we could ride it in parades. So I have ridden a high-wheel bike. It really is very, very tough to do. You need to run along the side. There's a little step, and then you take your foot on the step, and then you have to hop up on this big high bike like this. And the very first thing you want to do is push forward as fast as you can, to get this wheel going. And that's the biggest mistake people can make because it propels you. The whole back end of the bicycle flips right over end, and you
sounds dangerous.
You do a face plant if you're not careful. You actually have to lay back in the seat, way back, and hold. I just did it.
You were demonstrating it. You folks missed it. We need a live show someday.
Yeah, that's for darn sure.
But your dad even said he used to ride one.
He did?
As a kid, huh?
No, not as a kid.
That's what I asked him. And he laughed at me, too.
That's funny because, even at 94 years old, he wasn't old enough to... to actually see people riding around town on them.
Right.
People were still doing it in parades and everything, but that's about it.
Oh, boy. But that bike and about 50 other bicycles, vintage bicycles, will be in our auction on Saturday, August 17th.
Can I just read you a list of some of the type of things?
You want to give me a list?
The variety? No?
All right. Go ahead.
Okay. I mean, just
we'll be talking about specific items from your list.
Just to name a few things that are in this auction, we've got toys, bikes, lamps, telephones, antique phonographs, jukeboxes, pinballs, slot machines, radios, Coke machines, advertising, Coke horses, Nickelodeons, Mills Violanos, cars, parts, drugstore items, barbershop items.
Okay,
you're already
put our audience to sleep already.
Bars, antique motorcycles, mutoscopes.
My
wow.
goodness. Just come out to the auction,
the list
folks.
just goes on and on.
I know. Or go to our website at donleyauctions.com.
Is it online already? It is.
It's been online for a couple weeks already, at least.
You have to go see it.
Yeah, it's 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, the 17th and 18th. Day one is all of the, I don't know what you would call it, the eclectic variety of coin-op and arcade, that type of stuff. Sunday is more cars and Petroliana.
And, this is a live auction, so please come on out and meet Susan and I. This is an invitation to come to the auction because people show up from time to time and think they can just come to the store. Oh, we just want to come to the store. Well, it's not a store. It's an auction gallery, which is only open during auctions or preview. So we do have preview the whole day before, from noon until 7, the day before the auction. So again, you can, if you don't want to come to the auction, come on Friday. Come to the preview, or come to the auction. So
doors open at 8 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday. The auction starts at 10. Okay, but we'll also have complimentary coffee, donuts, pizza, beverages. I mean, free lunch. Come on out.
Absolutely, yeah. It'd be fun to see.
Definitely. And again, we always say if you can't come out, we understand, but we'll figure out a way for you to bid. You can bid online. We'll be on multiple bidding platforms. Just go to our website at donleyauctions.com and click on one of the red buttons. It'll take you to where you need to register. Or you can call us and put in what we call an absentee bid or a phone bid.
So, Susan, you've always got a quiz for us, a little question.
I do. I have a little trivia question.
Do you have one this week? Good.
I do, but what I want to talk about is one of my favorite items in this auction, and we'll talk about it in the next segment too, is that Bullhead perfume dispenser. It's from 1905.
Isn't that a neat piece? Yeah.
It has a copper head. It's a bull with horns, but nickel-plated horns and a tongue. So you put in, a penny or nickel? I think it was a penny.
Now this would mount on a wall. So
yes.
Again, you're picturing it in your mind already. We've got to make this available for people to visualize.
And it's small,
but it's probably big. 12 inches tall, and it's just a bull's head and horns.
It's heavy.
Mounted to a board that hangs on the wall. So it has
a little mirror on it, and you put a penny in it and rotate the horns, and it will spray or dispense perfume, cologne, or aftershave.
Little woof of a little fragrance.
Yes. Yeah. And that's one of my favorite things because I was looking up, just out of curiosity, what is the most expensive perfume dispenser that's out there? And this one came up. is the first thing on the list. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? It sold at auction for $8,600.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how much ours goes for.
Yeah, so we have one. So I'm going to talk a little bit about perfume, and I have a trivia question. I can give you the trivia question real quick because it's related to perfume. Which restaurant or company franchise in 2012 planned to release a limited edition perfume that smelled like fresh dough?
Wow.
I will have the answer for you in the next segment.
So during the commercial, you can get to your computer
Don't
and look
Google it.
that
That's
up.
cheating. No cheating allowed. But we're definitely going to hit some more interesting items coming up in our August Summer Classic, August 17th and 18th. If you have any items you'd like to consign, give us a call at 815-923-7000 or go to our website at donleyauctions.com. Don't go anywhere, folks. A lot more interesting stories here on the Donley Auctions Hour right here on AM 560, The Answer.
They've been called auctioneers of antiques, collectors of cool, even veterans of vintage. And they can introduce themselves. Thanks for listening. This is the Donley Auctions Hour on AM 560, The Answer.
Welcome back to the Donley Auctions Hour. I'm Susan. I'm one of the co-owners of Donley Auctions here with Randy. We're located just 60 miles west of Chicago in Union, Illinois. Hi, Randy.
Yes, Susan.
I was just talking about perfume. I want to touch a little bit more on the history of perfume because I find a lot of the stuff that comes through our door at auction has such an interesting history behind it. And like we talked about, that Bull's Head perfume dispensers from 1905.
That's right.
And they used to keep them in restrooms, theaters, and hotels. It's lot number 1004 on Saturday, by the way.
So it's one of the first items.
It's one of the first items coming up to bid. Yes, it's just a unique piece, I think. And but I wanted to mention that some of the earliest vending machines, dates a long time ago, and they used to dispense holy water.
Wow. So
you could pay to get holy water.
But if memory serves me, isn't holy water like one of the very first vending machines ever?
That's correct. And then they eventually went to postcards and got machines into the post offices and things like that. But the perfume one, again, it's a coin-operated machine. You put a penny in it, right? But then I thought, well, what's the history of perfume? Let's talk about that for a second. Because, as you know, thousands of years old is perfume made from incense and spices and herbs back in the Greeks and Roman days.
And, of course, we've had Jeffrey Sanfilippo as a guest on our show already.
Yes, and tell about Jeffrey.
My goodness, he's probably the foremost collector of perfume and fragrance anywhere in the world.
He is. We should have him on as a guest sometime.
The Sanfilippo estate is available for charitable functions, and they have the Perfume Palace, which is just
phenomenal.
Absolutely an incredible display. So at some point, Google the Sanfilippo estate, and if you're looking for a fundraiser for your organization, definitely see what they can do for you.
It's a bucket list item for sure. You gotta get over there. But just when you think you know something about perfume, you go to the Sanfilippo estate and you're blown away.
Yeah.
Blown away by it all.
But tell us what you've got here.
Okay, well, I was just reading a little bit about, why did they have perfume in the first place? And the Egyptians used it during mummification because they felt that the pleasant smells would be a sign of holiness.
Wow.
So they used it for that. But then let's fast forward a little bit into the 19th century. Women used perfume as a beverage.
Get out of here.
They have bad breath or what? I don't know. But can you imagine today?
Ugh.
Give me a shot of Chanel. Here's the other one. Here's my other joke. How about a rum and a Coco Chanel? Yeah, there you go.
That's great. Okay, boom.
Bada bing. But my trivia question was related to perfume. Which restaurant franchise in 2012 planned to release a limited edition perfume that smelled like fresh dough? Do you have an idea? You or George, our producer?
George, our producer.
No guesses, huh?
Subway?
Close.
The only
Very
place
close.
I can think of that smells like bread.
You got anything, Randy? No. The answer is Pizza Hut.
Get out of here.
Thousands of people responded that they wanted this perfume, but they only made 110 bottles of it they were produced 110 bottles, and they only shared it with their Facebook fans. And the perfume package was a little pizza box. Gosh, I would love to see that if anybody has one.
Well, there you go. So, folks, if you've got any
kind of vending machine, really, or perfume dispenser.
Yeah.
Because vending machines sell really well at our auctions. And we have small ones, big ones, giant ones, all different kinds of things. And vending machines, really, today, you can get anything you want out of them, right?
You really can.
So I thought, what are the craziest vending machines out there around the world, right? So there was a top 20. I'll give you a couple. Carvana is a vending machine for cars.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. You really consider that a vending machine?
It is, though. That's how they promote it. Wow. You can vend an umbrella, which we could have used on our cruise at one time.
Yeah, in
that would have been good.
Yeah.
Whiskey, cannabis. How about live bait?
Well, wait a second. How could they possibly do cannabis right now? How can they check?
They have a touch screen on there that verifies your identity.
Oh, gosh.
I know.
I have bought live bait from a vending machine.
Oh, I thought you were going to say cannabis. You bought live bait, yes.
Yeah, the old live bait, wink, wink, sure.
And, of course, you can get beer, French fries, and mashed potatoes, all different kinds of food and beverages. But here was the craziest one. You can actually buy used panties from a vending machine in Japan. I'm just saying.
It's got to be Japan.
Of course, it's in Japan. I'm just saying,
and
there's
again,
some
George,
great.
How do you know these things? That's what I want to know.
Vending machines out there, and we love them. We have condom machines. We have aspirin machines. The mints. Oh yeah, how about the mints? So the 2-package mint dispenser that we have, you get 2 packs of Lifesavers for 10 cents in that old machine.
That's in a slot machine.
It's in a slot machine that vends mints.
Right.
It's
and
a trade stimulator, right?
The reason they vended mints out of the slot machines is simply because the laws were changing for gambling. So slot machines were becoming illegal. Easiest way is, well, this isn't a gambling device. It vends mints.
Prizes.
So
not money.
As long as you got something for your coin every time in return, it wasn't a game of chance.
That's right.
There's that.
Yep. So we have one of those coming up in August as well. It's a mint vending machine. So I thought, well, what's the history of Lifesavers candy?
Wow.
I swear our job is so fascinating. But Lifesavers were invented by a guy named Clarence Crane in Ohio in 1912. He was looking for an alternative to chocolate in the summer because chocolate melted, obviously. So he noticed a pill-making machine that made round, flat, wafer-style pills, and he thought, I'm going to try doing mints, and I'm going to put a little hole in the middle of it so it looks like a life preserver, and I'm going to call it Lifesavers. Well, the rest is history, that's for sure.
Really a great idea, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah.
And he sold his rights a year later for $2,900 to someone else. Whoopsie.
Great idea, bad idea, all at the same time.
Think about that. Mints today are $1.25 for a little package. Crazy.
So I want to talk about my favorite machine coming up at the August auction.
Okay.
Is this Mr. Peanut?
Of course. A lot of talk about him.
A big time item here is a peanut roaster display that has Mr. Peanut actually turning the motor on it and everything. The Mr. Peanut is made out of paper mache. But this is a big time item. You have to go to our website, folks, and see all the items for auction. Again, our car collection that we've been talking about, all these barn find automobiles are in the auction. There's motorcycles. There's steam engines. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about the steam engines coming up.
Oh, good.
I think we'll get Mike on the phone. He's over at the Steam Show in, what city is that? Sycamore?
He's in Sycamore at the Sycamore Steam Show. So, yeah.
We'll give Mike a call,
that's why he's not on the air today. So, good. We'll give him a call, see what's going on in Sycamore. But we've got a couple more minutes here. What else do you want to talk about?
Well, some of the other things we have that I just love are really anything from arcades, amusement parks, places like that, popcorn machines, this cute little ice cream bicycle vending. I don't know what you call that, a bicycle ice cream machine.
You know, Mike talked about that last week, how just the ringing of the bells brings back memories to us as kids because, we're a product. We were kids in the 60s, and all these ice cream vending type things like this, the bicycles and everything. It says
5 cents right on the side.
Yeah, that was still going on in the 60s. I mean, it was big time then.
Well, I was growing up in the 70s, and they still had ice cream men. I don't think they have that anymore.
I would doubt it, yeah.
Wow. Poor kids, they're missing out. But anyway, all of these great items, there's just so many things to talk about in this August Classic, August 17th and 18th. That's next week?
Oh, my gosh.
2 weeks already.
Wow.
So go to our website at donleyauctions.com. It's DONLEY, auctions.com, or give us a call, 815-923-7000 if you have any questions. Again, if you'd like to consign anything, just send us an email at consign@donleyauctions.com. Really, all we need is a brief description of what you have, where it's located, and some photos.
And, we're repeating the same theme of this auction again in November. And people would say, oh, November, we got plenty of time. No, you don't. You need to call us now. Now, if you've got any items, at least get the photo process started. You have to show us photos so we know.
Right. That's correct, because we can get stuff in now for our November auction. Give us a call at 815-923-7000. You're listening to the Donley Auctions Hour right here every Saturday on AM 560, The Answer.
You're listening to the Donley Auctions Hour on AM 560, The Answer.
Welcome back to the Donley Auctions Hour. I'm Susan here with Randy. We're with Donley Auctions in Union, Illinois, and we're on the phone with Mike Donley, who's out live at the Sycamore Steam Show because we're doing a gas and steam engine auction Sunday, November 17th. Hi, Mike. How you doing out there?
Hey, Mike.
Oh, it is just great. I wish you were out here. It's a gorgeous day. It's a day 3 of the steam show. It's Saturday here. Tomorrow will be the final day, but, it is just fantastic. All the people out here with their steam traction engines, their tractors, farm machinery, vintage farm machinery. They're putting on demonstrations. There's food out here. It's just quite a festival. It's unbelievable.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for something to do, go out to Sycamore because, as Mike said, it's on until 5 o'clock today, Mike?
5 o'clock today, and then tomorrow's the final day, Sunday. It'll be 7 a.m. till 5 p.m., but it is just, I can't explain it. It's just so much fun out here.
This has been a highlight of Mike's and mine ever since we're kids. We started doing steam shows way back in the day, and where we'd go to Michigan and all over, and the Sycamore steam show is one of the highlights. But
where is the show located, Mike? Where are you at?
It's in Sycamore. It's on a farm in Sycamore here, about a 30-acre farm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all nestled under trees. And I'm watching a steam traction engine backing up here, and it's just, the smoke, you can smell the coal smoke. It's just fantastic. In fact, after you hear the F word all day here today, fun, fantastic, and fabulous.
Oh, wow. That's neat.
Our favorite F words, yes.
Yeah, it is just unbelievable out here. So I highly recommend, if you have time tomorrow, get in the car and drive out here, because to see this early farm machinery from, the late 1800s up until the mid-20th century, and they're demonstrating it, and the people are so friendly, they're happy you're here and happy to tell you about this stuff. What a day.
Well, this is one of the type of things we do, ladies and gentlemen, to promote your items. Now, one of the reasons Mike is there is not for him to have fun, but actually for us to show off. We've taken, about 30, 40 engines out with us to display, Mike. I saw your display yesterday. Was just heart-stopping to see all the equipment you brought out there. And, wow, what a nice display.
Yeah, this is all part of one man's collection that'll be coming up in November, I believe we have it. It's going to be, November 17th, which is a Sunday. And, I brought a whole bunch out for people to see, and we're generating a lot of interest because, of course, that's the type of person that will buy it is the people that collect farm machinery. So,
that's why we go out to these shows, not just to find merchandise, but to promote what you, ladies and gentlemen, have given us, entrusted us to sell your family collections and everything, and we work hard for you.
I do want to say we have a steam engine in our August auction coming up in next week.
If you are a steam collector, we've got that big, giant Peerless available.
Yeah, that's a huge stationary steam engine that provided power for power plants and such like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. So
big, heavy stuff.
So, Mike, what else? You're looking for more of the same for the November auction already, right? What kind of items are we looking for?
We're looking for. You hear the steam whistles back there? They're getting ready for a big parade here. They have a parade at 2:00 every day. So I'm looking for one-cylinder gas engines, one piece or an entire collection, old tractors, pre-1950 tractors, steam engines, little ones, even little model steam engines, any parts, any manuals. And also in this collection, we have quite a few Model T and Model A parts in there, too. So if you have an old Model A that you never got around to restoring or something you'd like to put in this auction, give us a call.
Mike, one thing, though, I always like to remind everybody is the advertising that goes along with these items can be just significantly expensive. I mean, they're just extremely. I saw porcelain signs over the years that used to sell for, $1,000, $1,500, now are up as high as $20,000, $30,000, and they're still in people's garages, attics, basements, all over. The advertising can be worth way more. We even had just an oil tin that a woman gave us. I don't know. It's probably a couple of years ago already, but that one oil tin ended up going for $3,800, folks, just for an oil can. So the accessories that go along with these engines, the advertising can be crazy good.
Oh, yeah, and that's it. I mean, people don't recognize it either. It's been a sign hanging on their wall their whole lives or for the last 30 or 40 years, and they don't pay any attention to it.
No.
Yeah, definitely there's big money there.
So,
that's right. So if you do have something like that at home in your garage, basement, attic, email it consign@donleyauctions.com. That's consign, CONSIGN at donleyauctions.com. If you're not an email person, give us a call at 815-923-7000. I'll put you in touch with Mike or Randy to talk about your items you might want to put up for auction.
Yeah, so Mike, we don't have any time left on this segment. Do you have any last words from the show?
Come on out to the Sycamore Steam Show. It's just so much fun out here. In fact, I got to go track down our dad. I brought Larry, our 94-year-old father, out here. He's wandering around somewhere. I think he's over by the barbecue. There's a big barbecue stand over there. I think I see him over there.
Okay, Mike, thanks for reporting live from the Sycamore Steam Show. Again, the steam auction coming up November 17th. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on AM 560, The Answer.
And now, more of the Donley Auctions Hour on AM 560. The Answer.
We are back with the Donley Auctions Hour. Thank you for sticking with us during that break. I'm Susan. I'm co-owner of Donley Auctions, here with my lovely partner, Randy Donley.
Yes, I am.
We've just been talking about some of the great items we have coming up in our August 17th and 18th Summer Classic. We're going to switch gears a little bit and head into my other favorite topic, firearms and military.
Ooh, yes.
So mark your calendars for this one. Guns and Military, September 21st and 22nd. It's a Saturday and Sunday. Of course, we'll have hundreds of firearms, accessories, ammunition. And then our military segment will be on Sunday. And we have David Hilp on the phone with us to talk a little bit about what's coming up in the military auction. And I know, Randy, you want to mention
Yeah, I do want to point out that we're always looking for more, too, because even though we've got this auction coming up, there's plenty of time to get your gun collections in. If you have a collection, one item or 400 items, we can help you with guns and military relics always. So not too early or too late to consign.
That's right. So, again, give us a call at 815-923-7000. We'll put you in touch with Neil, our firearm expert, or David, our military expert, to talk about the items you have. And welcome David to the phone. Hi, David.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Good to talk to you.
Thanks for
David.
joining us.
Yeah,
we want to talk about the military auction in September and the upcoming Civil War collection that I've heard rumors about.
Yes. Well, as far as the September military auction, there's a bit of a funny story here. A gentleman called us from Wisconsin. I think he'd heard the show and talked about his father being a fighter pilot during the war, and he brought back all this stuff. And we were really excited about it: leather flight jackets, wings, medals, paperwork. And I'm on the phone with the son, the adult son. I said, "Did you serve in the military?" He said, "Oh, yeah, I served in Vietnam." And I said, "Well, do you have anything you brought back?" And he just kind of minimized it. And anyway, we went to go pick up the collection of his father's, and it was brought back to Donley Auctions, and he gave us some of his Vietnam War stuff. And I called him. I said, your stuff is very collectible, and some of the things were very valuable. And he just laughed and thought I was all focused on my father, and I thought my service to the country didn't mean that much. So
wow.
That was kind of and that's a very, very, very detailed and deep group. And now we've got his grandfather's things, his father's things, and his things are all going to be in this auction.
It's so typical of our American vets how hard they have worked for us and fought for us, and the things that they've done, and yet they will minimalize their significance to what they've done for us. And it just says so much about the type of person that serves for us in this country, how they never think of themselves as the heroes that they are. I mean, and they're walking amongst us, heroes amongst us. It's just absolutely incredible. And we have the luck to be able to meet these people, talk with these people, and, of course, help them turn some of their relics and trophies into some good money, some big money.
Absolutely. And, humble. A lot of times veterans
that's
are
a good way to say it.
Yeah, you got
Absolutely.
it. David, what on earth can I say about this fabulous Civil War collection that we have coming up? You've been starting to research it and everything, and I hear you found a few trophies that are really special.
Yes, well, just to make sure that everybody knows, it's such a fantastic collection that it will not be part of the September auction. It'll be a date to be announced. But the best Civil War collection I have ever had a chance to see, and the gentleman collected uniforms on mannequins and engraved swords from Tiffany's, Civil War carbines, the famous Henry rifle, muskets, hats, Confederate, Union, tintypes, and it's just a phenomenal collection. Autographs by Grant, autographs by General Lee. And then one thing that I found that just kind of, and this is from an estate situation, so we weren't able to get it directly from the collector, is that I found this envelope from the Civil War with a locket of hair, and it said General Camp. And then I opened it, and there's a card with a locket of chestnut brown hair, and with his signature on it. And sometimes it was back in the 19th century, hair was considered something that people, like if someone passed away, that they would make things out of hair, or they would give it as a keepsake to somebody if they were alive. And I looked at this hair, and I looked up the name, and the guy was killed near the end of the Civil War, and there was a book written about him, and he graduated from Yale in 1860, and he was gentle and wonderful, and when he was captured by the Confederates and repatriated back to the Union and died in combat, and they said that his body was laying among his men, leading him in a charge, and he was so beloved by the generals and his enlisted men and his other officers that the chaplain of the regiment in Connecticut wrote a book about him called The Knightly Soldier. And
Wow.
Yale University has a bunch of stuff on him, and I was just like, this was something else. And I think it's historically valuable, and we think that it has some, of course, monetary value too.
Well, provenance is the key.
Right.
But unfortunately, you'll have to go to our website and eventually read more about this because we don't have time right now.
That's right. Yeah, David, thank you so much for that information. That Civil War collection, it's phenomenal. We'll have a date posted soon. We're trying to figure out the best time to do that based on all the shows and everything that are going on.
Catalog on this
we'll
one.
be everywhere promoting this one.
Oh, yeah.
So stay tuned. Thank you, David. Go to our website at donleyauctions.com for more information. We're not done yet, folks. You're listening to the Donley Auctions Hour on AM 560, The Answer.
The Donley Auctions Hour continues now on AM 560, The Answer.
We are back with the Donley Auctions Hour, talking about items coming up in upcoming auctions that you might have at home that you might find valuable and want to put up for consignment.
Susan, we're down to our last segment. We never have enough time with this show. I want to go to 2 hours,
Oh, gosh. All right.
But
I'm going to have to come up with more jokes.
Yes, you do. Yes. People miss you when you're not here,
I don't know
I'll tell
about
you.
that, but
I hear about it all the time.
Real quick, with David on the line, you touched briefly about the importance of provenance. You want to expand on that a little bit?
Well, I do, because we keep telling people all the time that provenance, that's what makes items more valuable, and it certainly does. And a lot of people will say, well, Randy, I don't have the provenance. I mean, I know this, I know that. Well, folks, actually, you become part of the provenance. If you have the story, we'll type it up for you, and we'll, get it notarized and everything. At some point, somebody needs to write the history. You can't just keep talking about it. It needs to be recorded, written down. We can help you actually create the provenance and, get it notarized so that it starts somewhere. Some generation has to get it in writing. And, like right now, we've got items that are actually in this August auction.
Yeah, those are on Sunday,
coming
the
up.
18th.
And they're items like the chain link foul ball post from
Comiskey Park.
There's seats, there's bricks and everything. Well, David Hill, same person that was just on, actually consigned these items. And so he went and had certificates all typed up for the gentleman to sign how he got them, where he got them, and everything. And so we've created the COAs, certificate of authenticity, and the owner has signed them and everything. So when you buy them, you have that in hand. You don't have just they came from, it's got to be more than just verbiage.
Yeah, I agree.
So
that's good.
So the provenance is so important. It makes items so much more valuable, and it goes on history forever.
That's right. We even have a COA on a slot machine that's coming up in the August Summer Classic, and it's a slot machine that was in Cal Neva, the casino that Frank Sinatra owned in the 1960s.
And that casino got its name because it's on the border of California and Nevada.
That's right.
So they named it the Cal Neva.
I also didn't know that Sinatra lost his gaming license. I wonder why.
Oh, I can't imagine.
But that slot machine has the COA with it.
A lot of Sinatra stories
so
out
important
there.
For sure.
But folks, we need your items. We can only sell what we get from you. So if you've got items that you'd like to sell and turn into money, we always say we make it fit in your wallet. That's one of our...
Yeah, and I have people complain they need a bigger wallet. So
yes,
it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So how do you do that? You email us at consign@donleyauctions.com. You call us at 815-923-7000. You want to see what auctions are coming up? Go to our website, donleyauctions.com.
And anything you see there, we're looking for more of for future auctions.
That's right, because all this stuff sells well. And if you want to see, like, for example, how well the coins did, go to our website again, and you can see the realized prices of how well or not well some of these items went for. But again, my favorite thing to do, that's it if you're going to consign. But if you want to bid, come out to our auctions live. We're in Union, Illinois. We're out by the Donley's Wild West town. That's us. You can put an absentee bid in, or you can put a phone bid in. We'll make it very convenient for you.
And we have a federal firearms license to take care of all your firearm needs so that you can sell your guns legally through us at auction, get the highest prices.
Yeah, we're also hiring. So you never know if any of you have special skills or interest in history or collectible items. Give us a call. Again, thank you so much for joining us here at the Donley Auctions Hour. For now, I'm Susan.
And I'm Randy Donley.
And we'll see you at the auction.